Day 963. It's 8:45 a.m. Just sitting at the coffee shop, looking at LA, and super convicted. It is it's crazy what happens when you pray and ask God for conviction, because He gives it to you. I've been praying for wisdom, discernment, conviction, and closeness. Like, those are the things I've been praying for. And I just feel like I'm starting to feel like an adult, like a spiritual adult. Like, this last week, I've said, like, has matured me like 10 or 15 years spiritually. I just feel so much more grounded and so much more mature. And so I'm sitting there. And yesterday I had a call with my designer, and when I started my first two companies, we hired her as our designer at both companies because she's just amazing. And yesterday we were talking about, how she's the creative side, but she also needs to be like the money side and the analytical side and the numbers person, because she's a one-person show. And I was talking to her about my business partner. I was like, I'm really grateful and lucky that I had him, because he was the logical one. He was the analytical one. I was the crazy creative one who was like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And he was like the logical side, saying, hold on, wait, let's think about this first. And that just came up. And I haven't thought about him in a long time. We haven't talked in like 3 years since I walked away from the company and resigned. So I was just sitting there at the coffee shop, just looking at everything, listening to some relaxing music. And then there's just this conviction, like I owe him an apology, and that I need to send him a video and apologize for everything that I did on my end that didn't work. We're both guilty of a lot of things. We both had our issues and our flaws, but I need to take responsibility for my end of it. And I need to send him a video apologizing and taking responsibility for the things that I did that didn't work, and just get everything off my heart that's been suppressed for so long. And I'm sitting there and I'm like in tears almost, because I'm just like, dang. Like, and I look back, and it was like, I look back when we were business partners, and we were just kids, just like stupid kids trying to make it in the world. And we let money and business come in between our friendship. We weren't, we were like best friends. We were brothers, like, really. He's the first and probably the only guy I've ever felt like where he was a true brother. We could talk about anything. We knew each other like super well. Like, we were there for each other. We went through like the hardest times and the best times together, and we really became family. And we let suppressed resentment and anger and frustration and financial pressure and money and business get in the way of our relationship, and it destroyed it. It's just it's horrible. And so I need to apologize for my end and take responsibility for the things that I did that led to that, and clear that out of my heart, which is so crazy. I never thought like God would call me to do something like that, but I'm doing this fast now, and I'm wanting healing of my heart. I want to get closer to God. I want to get more mature. I want to defeat the things that are holding me back. And I know forgiveness is a huge thing in the Bible. Like, Jesus talks about forgiveness. Like, when you go and you pray to God, ask for what you want, but if there's any unforgiveness in your heart, go forgive that person first. And so there's probably a lot of unforgiveness in my heart that I need to forgive and ask for forgiveness. And so I'm getting ready to go do this group call with the lady who interviewed me on the podcast. And then after that, I'm going to go sit in my car and just record a video and just speak from my heart, and then send that over to him. So I don't know. So random, it feels like. But I know God's behind it, so it's not random at all. And I'm sure that will open a lot up. I can already feel it. And yeah. I think that relationship has actually led to a lot of like my closed-heartedness. So, huh. I feel it. I feel it. All right, I gotta go.